All right, YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. And today I thought we'd do something a little bit more fun than just the regular Pokemon investing video. This one's going to be more of a Pokemon collecting video because I am giving you the top 20 cards under $50, in my opinion, right now from the Scarlet and Violet era. So this is basically going to go through a whole bunch of illustration rares and special illustration rares that you guys can pick up for under 50 bucks that I think are gorgeous and will look incredibly good in a binder. So I feel like lately Pokemon has been so focused on, oh, this card's gone up in price, this card's valuable, this card's that. I want to go back to the artwork. I want to go to 20 cards that I think look incredible and they're reasonably priced, right? So that's what we're going to do today. But before we jump into that, I do want to say a big thank you to today's sponsor, which is, of course, Sleeved. Sleeved is a dedicated Discord server that commits themselves to bringing you all of the in-stock notifications for absolutely free. So anytime Target, Walmart, any of these places get a restock in Pokemon cards, they are notifying you. So if you guys want to join the Discord and get notified of these things, the link is down in the description below. And on top of that, they are teaming up with me to give away one of the Prismatic Evolutions binder collections. So 5 packs and an awesome binder to one of you guys. And all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below saying something about Prismatic Evolutions. Now, with that said, let's get into the video. Thank you again to Sleeved for sponsoring today's video. Now, we're going to start off with a few from Crown Zenith. And as you guys know, I love Crown Zenith. It is one of my favorite sets. Now, the first 3 cards on this list are paired together. And I'm sure you guys can guess after seeing the first one that Suicune, Raikou, and Entei are my first 3 on this list. I think the artwork in these cards is some of the best artwork that we've had in the entire Scarlet Violet era, if not even other eras as well. These 3 cards, I mean, to me, they're part of my childhood. I love them. I think they're gorgeous cards. And the Pokemon themselves really resonate with me because I grew up with the original red version and then I went on to play the original silver version. So like I grew up with these Pokemon. So this is really cool to me to see these cards getting extremely cool artworks. Now, the Walking Wake and like the newer versions of them don't interest me whatsoever, but cards like this are absolutely fascinating to me. So this one, market price is $42.83. If we jump over to the Raikou, I actually have this in my personal collection. I'm looking to add the other 2 potentially this week because I do have some things lined up where I'm potentially picking them up. So Raikou is the one that I've pulled out of Crown Zenith myself. And if you follow me on TikTok, you would have seen I was so hyped to pull this card. I was so excited when I saw it in there. And this one is the cheapest of the 3 at just 31 USD. Now, I spoke too soon. Entei is actually the cheapest of the 3 at $30 USD. So I feel like this one dipped down a little bit since I looked at it last, but the Raikou seems to be going up and the Entei's slightly coming down. But again, Entei at 30 USD is an absolute steal. This is my least favorite artwork out of the 3. I think this one, the background looks a little bit too cartoony, as much as that's silly to say because, you know, Pokemon is essentially a cartoon. But I think when you compare it to the Suicune and the Raikou, the Entei's artwork in the background is just lacking a little bit compared to the other 2, but nonetheless, still a gorgeous card. Now, getting into number 4, we're sticking with Crown Zenith because they just have some awesome artworks. It is the Glaceon V-Star coming in at $46. So we're almost at that $50 mark with this one. And I would grab this quick because it is going up. It has been going up and up and up for a long time now. And I don't think it's going to go down at any point. So I've already got this in my personal collection. I'm grabbing the Leafeon very soon, which is the next card we're talking about. This one is at $48, and the same way that the Glaceon is going up, the Leafeon is going up as well. So this one, we're just underneath our $50 budget for this card. I think these 2 together in a binder look amazing. I wish there was like V-Star versions of the other evolutions that were around this price point that you could put in a binder together and have them look really cool, but I'll take these 2 for now. Now, moving away from Crown Zenith, we're going to go into a little bit of Twilight Masquerade, and that is the Infernape. Now, this card is cool. I feel like this is a sleeper card. This is really, really cheap at the moment. If we look at like near mint copies of this one, $12. $12 for this Infernape card. It's a starter Pokemon. It's a fire type. It's got cool artwork. I think this is a sleeper. And to be honest, if this isn't a $30 card in the next sort of 6 months, I'll be surprised, because I feel like this card is going to go, and it's already starting to go up. It's up 46%, but artwork wise, I think this is gorgeous. So definitely a sleeper on this one. The next two are the promos from Shrouded Fable, the Greninja and the Kingdra. Say that 10 times fast. The Greninja and the Kingdra. These two promo cards are some of the best in Shrouded Fable. There is only one other card on this list from Shrouded Fable, and we'll get to that in a minute. But these two, I think, are really, really cool. They are special illustration rares. You can only get them from the special illustration rare collection boxes that they come in. So again, these are readily available and they're not super hard to pull. You can go and grab one, probably still on shelves if you're looking for Shrouded Fable, but you can always just pick up, a raw copy on its own for about $34. My opinion would be buy the box if you can find it, because the card is basically worth the value of the box. So that's the Greninja. This is the Kingdra at $22.93 at the moment for market price, although that is lightly played. I always forget to change my filters on these. So $25 if you're looking at the Kingdra, and then the Greninja, I don't know if that was on near mint or not. So 34 on the Greninja, 25 on the Kingdra. These two cards are gorgeous. I love the artwork in the Kingdra one because it just shows that he is the king of the ocean. So this is really cool as well. Now I'm going to move a bit faster between these next ones because I can see my camera is about to go flat on battery. So we're going to start moving, okay? Alakazam from 151. This is so cool. He's doing his like psychic powers with the spoons. Obviously, that's such a cool thing. We remember that from the cartoon as well. Alakazam at $44 right now, but again, is probably going up in the near future. Sticking with 151, we have the Pikachu. This one, again, so cute. Such a popular Pokemon. I mean, Pikachu is the face of the franchise. $36 if you're grabbing a near mint copy. You've got Growlithe, you've got Jigglypuff, you've got, it looks like Gengar down here in the corner. I'm pretty sure that's Gengar. You got Psyduck in the background. There's Pidgeys up in the tree. You got Butterfree up here. Nidorans in the background. Like, it's just such a cool artwork with all of the other Gen 1 Pokemon running around in the background. Super cute. Mark my words, this is going to be a very valuable card in the future, but that's not why we're here. We're here for the artwork, and I think this one really stands out to me as one of the best Pikachu artworks that we have seen. I like this better than the Surging Sparks special illustration rare Pikachu, the rainbow border one. I think this is better, which is crazy because that's like a $500 card. But still, nonetheless, we move. Dragonair from 151. Yes, we're sticking with 151. Look at this. Something about blue colored cards are just gorgeous. Like, they always seem to nail it. I don't know if it's the artists that are working on them or just the way that the colors pop off the card, but blue cards always look so nice, and Dragonair is no different. I almost put Poliwhirl in this spot, but I think Dragonair is just a little bit more of an elegant Pokemon, a little bit cooler. I've just played through Fire Red again, and I had a Dragonair when I beat the Elite Four, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But again, really, really cool artwork for this one. Moving on to Paradox Rift, Steelix. And I've spoken about this card before. This is one where Steelix isn't a super popular Pokemon, but Steelix doing like everyday stuff, just working on a construction yard, helping out the humans. I think that's so funny and so cool. And anytime Pokemon are just doing human stuff, I really like the way those cards kind of portray the Pokemon. And this one's only like $28.80. So you can pick this one up pretty cheap. I have this in my personal collection as well. I'm potentially getting it graded too. The next one, Metagross from Temporal Forces. I don't like Temporal Forces as a set. I don't like the futuristic style of the Pokemon. I don't like that they changed Pokemon that I love from my childhood. However, Metagross is a really cool artwork. Helping plow the snow, just sick. Real winter vibes, like Christmas time kind of thing. You got the little snowman down here. You got the other one in the background helping roll the snow out of the way. This one's only like 20 something dollars, $22, I think, in a near mint. Yeah, $21.83 in a near mint copy. This one's really cool. This one is on my list as well. Next up, we have the Houndoom. This is from Shrouded Fable. This is the one other card from Shrouded Fable on this list. And yes, I know it just sneaks over the $50 mark. It is $52. However, that is only because this thing has skyrocketed lately. I made this list at the start of the year. So I'm just looking now. I mean, even back in January, it was bang on the $50 mark at the end of January. So I've got a little bit of leeway there. But again, it's still a $50 card, like $52. I don't think anyone's going to be upset. You could probably find it on eBay for under $50. This is awesome. This is the coolest artwork. I love Houndoom. I love, like, Arcanine was my original favorite. Houndoom was my secondary favorite. These cards just look so, so cool. And the silhouette of the Houndoom in the background, chef's kiss, perfect, beautiful. Surging Sparks, Latios. This one is a $30 card in a, wait, that's moderately played. Let's go to near mint here. $44 card. I was like, that seems really low. $44 card in a near mint condition. This thing is awesome. It looks so cool. Again, easier to pull than the Latias. It seems like Latias always has the cooler variant of the two in sets. However, this one is $44 and a stunning card. Obviously does go with the Latias and the Mesprit. So those two are a little, I mean, Mesprit's not more expensive, but the Latias is definitely a lot more expensive. Sticking with Surging Sparks, we have Skarmory. Now, Skarmory to me is a really cool artwork. Again, that Gen 2 Pokemon, I love it because I loved Scyther as a kid. And, not Scyther, sorry. I'm thinking the next card already. I'm already on to Scizor, which is over here. Skarmory was just a cool Pokemon because it was new. It was awesome. Steel type was introduced in Gen 2, which to me as a kid watching it blew me away. I think this is super undervalued. It's $16 if you grab a near mint copy. You can definitely find it for less. I found one for like 10 Australian dollars, which is like $6 US or $7 US. So you can definitely find this one cheaper somewhere. Okay, we're back because my camera did actually run out of battery. So Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. This is one that I think is absolutely gorgeous. This is probably one of the most elegant artworks in all of Scarlet Violet. One of my personal favorites, something that I'm planning to pick up very soon. I haven't found a copy that I like yet. I've looked at a few. None of them are quite well centered enough for me because I think it is a card that I would potentially like to grade. Because I just think it's such a nice artwork and I think it's a really cool card to have in like a PSA graded copy. So the next one there is Ninetales. Scizor, obviously I already touched on this before, but Scizor is only a $12 card. You can get it for less. I mean, I loved Scyther growing up. Obviously Scizor was really cool to me as well. So this card, the artwork, I think severely underrated. It looks like you've got Scizor fighting another Scizor in the background. And it looks like in the anime where they like go past each other and one, like, they just stand there for a minute and one falls to the ground because it's been defeated. Like, that's kind of what this artwork looks like to me. And I think it's sick. I don't think that's what's actually meant to be happening, but that's what it looks like. And I think it's really cool. And like, you can pick these up for super cheap. Like, compared to the rest of the cards on this list, this is the cheapest one. I'm pretty sure the cheapest one on this entire list. So Scizor from Obsidian Flames, absolutely a pickup. Next up, we have the Tyranitar from Paldea Evolved at $40. This is really cool. And I know like probably the most popular Tyranitar in this set, or not in this set, in like Scarlet Violet is the Sleepy Tyranitar. Is that even in Scarlet Violet? Yes, no, yes, maybe. Anyway, the Sleepy Tyranitar, you guys probably know what I'm talking about, but this is your next best Tyranitar card. So if you're a fan of this, or you're a fan of, you know, the artwork on this, I think this is really cool with the sun setting behind him, showing his size and just how big he actually is. And it comes in at around $45, $46. So another really cool one. And then finally, the last card on the list is this one right here, the Chenpao from Paldea Evolved. $21 if you are wanting this in a near mint copy on TCG Player. I'm sure you could probably find it cheaper either on Marketplace or potentially eBay. This artwork is sick. I said before, like the blue colored artworks and anything sort of icy or anything like that always look really, really nice. And this looks even nicer in person. I was at my local card store earlier and it looks fantastic in person. This is one that I'm probably going to cop, I think, for my own collection. But there's also, in saying that, like on the ice theme, there's an Articuno card in the Journey Together set that I think is going to go really well next to this card in a binder, and they'll just look beautiful. So this one's a cop for me, $20 or $21, and that rounds out our list. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I don't want to talk too much about, collecting just for monetary gain. Like, this is spending to have a collection that looks really cool and something that you're actually going to appreciate, because then, you can justify spending this money on these pieces of cardboard because, when you look at them, they make you happy and it's something that you actually enjoy. Whereas sometimes we get a little bit too tied up in the monetary value of, oh, I spent $100 on this card. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And it's like, but if you look at it and it brings you joy, then cool, you can always make more money. You might not be able to get one of these cards again. Do you know what I mean? So being able to add something like this to your collection. And again, if you need the money down the line, you can always just sell it onwards. But this is 20 cards that I think are incredible to look at. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you do, and make sure you join the sleeved Discord down if you want notifications for future restock alerts. That is linked down in the description below, and I will see you guys next time.